What's up, peoples? It's Monday. You're watching the Brothers Sisters live on this fine Monday, and it's June 1st. Happy June 1st, Aunt Brothers.
Happy June 1st, Janice Brothers.
We did it. We survived like that whole month of May. So good job.
It was very memorable, I gotta say.
Yes, I would agree. So we've got a big day in front of us, everybody. For those of you that are just joining us today, we have Duncan Arthur Williams, who is the head brewer at the Grizzly Peak Brewing Company in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Oops, I'm supposed to be overlaying that right now, but I think I have too many things up. Oh, well. Oh, wait, let's try that. Oh, no, that's not the one I want. What about this one? No, that's not it. So I'll just go back to that. Anyway, eventually I will show you the logo to the Grizzly Peak Brewing Company in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Duncan is an expert on beer, just so you know. So because he went to college for it, kind of. Well, I guess it was a special school for beer. And he's been drinking beer for a long time, and he's been brewing beer for a long time. And today he is going to speak to us about Pilsner, which is a fantastic summer beer. So let's bring him on. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our very first ever guest on the Brothers Sisters. It's Duncan Williams, and here he is.
Yay! Hey guys, how are you?
Roast. Yay, Duncan! Oh, he's also my husband. So if that's
right, take it easy, baby.
I don't know what will.
I know.
Take it easy, baby.
So here he is. Again, for those of you that are just joining us, if you look down at our banner there at the bottom, it is Duncan Williams, head brewer at the Grizzly Peak Brewing Company in beautiful, scenic Ann Arbor, Michigan. And there you go. So somebody right off the bat wants to know why Duncan is angry, because we have been advertising you as America's angriest brewer. I'll let you explain that. Otherwise, I'm going to explain it. So go ahead, Duncan.
I don't know. I have certain ideas about beer and the way certain trends have gone recently. I'm kind of a beer purist. And that's why I wanted to talk about Pilsner today, because I think I think beer's getting a little crazy as far as a lot of fruit and a lot of this and a lot of that. And if we can get back to some kind of more basic styles, I think people would appreciate it. And that's of course just my opinion. So
I like
Jenny. Why do you think he's called the angry? Jenny, why do you think he's called the angriest brewer in America?
Yeah, I'd like to hear this as well. I'd like to hear your theory.
Okay, 2 reasons. Number A, when people come to the brewery and they're like, what kind of beer do you have here? When they're looking right at the board that talks about all the kind of beers. Also, when people ask you, like, do you have any beer with a bunch of fruit in it? You get super hyper. When that happens too, which I rather enjoy. I think it's funny. But you're very patient, though, but you can just see that little vein pop out in your neck. You're like, because you don't fruit your beer. So
sometimes
I have a couple. Truth be told, I have a couple fruited beers on now because that's the way the wind is blowing and that's what sells well. So I'm not fond of doing it, but you know.
Dude, way to listen to the people. That's right, Duncan Williams. You guys. Say that again, Ann?
Yeah.
He likes money. He doesn't hate money.
Nice. No, we're not going to paint it like that. We're going to paint it like Duncan Williams is a brewer for the people. There we go. Right on. All right. So, Duncan, you have been kind enough to share with us a massive list. Well, not massive list. Several Pilsners that you really like. And I'm going to have you kind of take us through those Pilsners and kind of why you like them. Maybe, like if you live in Michigan, and if you're going to buy these Pilsners, where you can get them. I'm not asking you about Wisconsin because you don't live in Wisconsin. I'll figure that out for myself. But let's get started with that list real quick. We're going to bring that up on the screen, and we'll let Duncan kind of walk you through some of these beers here. Here we go. There it is. The Duncan's awesome Pilsner list. Hopefully everybody can see that okay. I'm just going to go ahead and start this, walking through this list, and I'll kind of let you take it from there, Duncan. And here we are.
Sure. So probably one of the best American Pilsners out there is Prima Pilsner, brewed in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Just traditional, straight up, really good German Pilsner. They've done an excellent job. And anytime you get that beer, generally it's very good. It's really well packaged. So usually if you get it and it's fresh, it's going to be really amazing.
So quick question for you, Duncan. Where did the Pilsners originally come from? What's their origin?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the history of that real quick. Lager beer didn't really start being made. This is a cold aged, cold fermented product as opposed to an ale, which is warm fermented and fruitier, more complex. With the lagers, because of the lager yeast, it became really crisp and clean because of that long lagering process of the yeast working. So lagers are being made in the 18th and 19th century, but most of them were dark. The story how Pilsner started is in the town of Pilsen in what is now the Czech Republic. They had a brewery. The brewery wasn't happy with it, supposedly dumped all the beer. He hired a German brewer, Joseph Grohl, came over. They started making this beer with locally grown Moravian barley and Saaz hops, which are these local products, and they used it. Plus, the water was really soft. The guy also brought lager yeast from Germany. So they brewed it. They did a really complicated decoction mash where they mash and they draw some out, boil it, put it back. So it really enhances the malt character. And then they fermented it really cold. They lagered it for months. And so what you had was this golden hoppy beer. And around the same time, they stopped using pewter, so they're using glass. So you had this. Not only was the beer really good, but you could drink it. So Bohemian or Czech Pilsner took off, and then the Germans saw, hey, this is really cool, and they were probably brewing something like that, but it didn't take the name. It took the name Pilsen from the town of Pilsner.
Cool.
So, yeah. So real quick.
Now, would you consider this to be a good summer beer? Because we are at what is meteorological summer, which is June 1st. Meteorological, not astronomical summer, but here we go.
Sure. No, absolutely. It's good anytime, honestly. But yeah. I mean, because again, Pilsners are usually light and golden color. They're generally not very heavy. They're usually pretty dry. The Czech Pilsners tend to be maltier, and the German Pilsners tend to be a little drier. But no, I think they're excellent summer beers. Yeah.
And I think it's a fun fact that this beer came from Czechoslovakia. We have this idea as Americans that all beer came from like Germany or England, but the Czech Republic is actually kind of a historically super beery. So yay.
Yeah. All right, and they drink an enormous amount of beer in that country as well.
Yeah, good to know. Reasons to go to the Czech Republic. Yeah. All right, we're going back to the list. Here we go. Back to the list. Did that work? Hang on. I got to go. Oops, I banned the list. There it is. Yay. Okay. So now let's skip to the next one. There it is.
Oh, Slow Pour Pils. Okay. This is downtown Denver called Bierstadt Lagerhaus. They make a beer called Slow Pour Pils. They do it really old tradition way. They do a triple decoction. They do a cold fermentation, cold lagering, long cold lagering, and they pour it in this special way where they pour it, and what you end up with is this rich meringue head on top, and so all that hop aroma gets caught in that head, and it's poured in this really cool glass.
Okay, so that's so this is a thing, like this glass and this big old fluffy thing at the top. Mm-hmm. That's a thing for this particular beer.
Sure, okay. Right. And you can do a slow pour with a beer and get that sort of effect. But that's, again, the beer's amazing. The beer is really, really good.
All right, so all you Colorado
Sunday.
It does. It totally looks like a beer. There should be a cherry on top of that. Sorry, Duncan. Please don't get mad at me.
I know, right?
All right. So we got the Pivo.
Pivo from Pivo. Well, actually, the name of this beer is called Pivo Prosím, the one I'm drinking. That's what it literally means beer, please, in the Czech language. Forster Walker, they're in California. Amazing brewery, make really good beer, and they make this beer Pivo. I would call it somewhere between a Czech Pils and a German Pils, but it's an amazing beer. I haven't had it in quite some time, but I have a hard time getting it in Michigan. Sometimes when I'm in Chicago, I can get it, but Pivo is excellent. Great beer.
I think we've looked for that for you when we were in the last time we were in Chicago. Yeah. So
now this is a beer. This is a beer that I haven't seen Sierra make in a while. They made it's a German Pils that Sierra Nevada makes. And when I've had it overall, I think it's been really, really good. But I haven't been able to find it in Michigan, which really sucks because that's a really, really good Pilsner.
All right, America, your job right now is to find this and send it to Duncan. All of it.
Yeah, send me all your beer. So Stroh's, most people have heard of Stroh's. It was a Michigan brewery for years and years. Closed down in the early 80s. The recipe they were making by the end is still being brewed, but it's being brewed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So it's the old one. There's a brewery called Brew Detroit in Detroit, and they're making a different version of Stroh's. It's essentially a Bohemian or a Czech Pilsner. And so you have to be careful. You go to store. The packagings were the same. The labels looked a little similar, but they changed it. I don't know, a year or so ago. So if you find Stroh's, it actually says it's brewed in Detroit. Is this stuff? The stuff that's brewed in Milwaukee basically tastes like the old Stroh's crap that they stopped brewing in the 80s.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that, Milwaukee? Duncan thinks Stroh's Milwaukee is crap, and he stands by it. Woo!
It's not as good as that. Yeah, certainly. So. Lager of the Lakes by Bell's. Really good beer, Bohemian Pilsner. Solid, just great. I got a number of cans in my fridge right now, so that's a really good. And the thing is, lager's gotten a bad rap because all the macro produced stuff, everything that everyone rebelled or continues to rebel against, like mass produced beer, everything was a lager at one point. Basically, everything came from Pilsner, and then because of the world wars or the depression or trying to make beer cheaper, you end up with stuff like Bud and Miller and Coors, which originally probably at one point were really good beers, but they got dumbed down, less hops, more adjuncts and everything else. So if you're looking for lagers, it's kind of a little bit of a lager renaissance where a lot of craft brewers are maybe stepping a little bit away from ales and they're trying to make really nice, good traditional lagers, just like Pilsners.
Nice. Very cool. All right, let's go on to and I have to admit I am partial to Michigan beer. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Aaron and Kristen Resnick at Drafting Table, they make an amazing German Pils called Professional Pils. So shout out to those guys. They do a great job. I love that beer. And
Drafting Table, what town is that in? Which city in Michigan?
Wixom, Michigan. I want to say on Ann Arbor Trail. Ann Arbor Trail. Yeah.
Okay, so it's over there. It's on east side. There we go. All right, cool. All right, nice. And okay, see, and I loved this one. As soon as you sent me this, I'm like, I immediately love this because it makes
Arbor Brewing Company. They originally opened a pub in downtown Ann Arbor. They have a production facility in Ypsilanti, for those who don't know what that is. And they make an excellent German pils called Euchre. Excellent, really, really good.
For those of you that don't live in Michigan, Euchre is the state game of the state of Michigan. So that's why everybody that lives in Michigan knows how to play Euchre. Right on. All right.
Did Lizzie just make a comment?
She did, and I posted her comment. So there we go.
Snarky. Thanks, Lizzie. Oh, Pony Pils from Half Acre, and I think they're in Chicago or just out of Chicago. Really, really good beer. I haven't had it in a while, but Pony's excellent. Comes in a big 16-ounce can. You pour it into a nice Pils glass, and it's something else.
Nice.
Jen, we got this for Duncan in Chicago when we go to Chicago. We've got
yes.
You got me Pivo, you've got me Pony, you've got me a couple other ones. Yeah.
What's the name of that place we go in Chicago to get Duncan's beer? Because they have like a ton of
sweet ass beer store. I can't remember the name of it.
I can't either.
Yeah.
If you're Chicago people, Illinois people, what's the name of that sweet ass beer place that we get the beer for Duncan?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Weihenstephan is a town, but it's also a brewing school. They've been teaching people how to make Pilsner for at least 150 years or more. And they have a brewery, Weihenstephan, and it's amazing. So you have these people, these German guys who making beer for a really long time, and they do it really well because they've been doing it so long. But especially a lot of these guys know how to package the beer to get it to the States. They put it in a bottle and they make sure it is in really good condition when you get there. Some of them, like most breweries, will have like a 3 months freshness date. These guys are so good at packaging, they can have like a year freshness date. And the longer a beer sits, the hop character fades, the bitterness fades, it becomes oxidized. So these really big breweries that can invest in this stuff can make these really good beers and hopefully make them last long enough to get to the States in good shape.
Nice. Lisa Sammer has commented that it's
Lisa. Here.
I don't think it is Revolution. It starts with a B, doesn't it? I don't know.
Revolution is a brewery in Chicago. I know.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Lisa.
We'll get there. We'll think of it. Lisa, what's up, ladies? Great to hear from you. All right, here's your next beer, Duncan.
So another good German brewery is Warsteiner. It's a pretty popular product, but again, it hasn't fallen off. It's anytime I have it, it's really good. And again, it's just something that they do so well. I mean, it's pretty much like a lot of breweries make different products, and a lot of these other breweries, I think Warsteiner, for what I understand, they only make Pilsner. I don't think like the Weinerstoff and the one before, they'll make a half a Weissen and a Dunkel, and they'll make other stuff. But I think they just pretty much focus on making Pilsner. So really good.
Then it's going to be good. So
yeah, absolutely.
Lisa Sammer wants you to please get to the IPAs. That's unfortunately going to be a different episode.
That's not now. This is the anti-IPA talk right now.
Binny's, That's it. It's Binny's. It's Binny's Liquor World.
Binny's, yes, that's it. Binny's.
That's it. Yes, Lisa, well done.
I thought didn't I say it started with a B?
You did. You absolutely. Like B, like beer. Yep. So yeah, for those of you in Chicagoland, go to Binny's because they got the good stuff. All right. What we got next?
Trumer Pils. It's actually brewed in it's brewed in Germany, in California, and I think so it's again, really, really good brewery. They, I think they're at Berkeley, and then their original breweries in Germany. But again, really good beer. If you find Trumer Pils, definitely get it. Definitely.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Again, these are.
And Jaeger's really good. Again, these beers are going to be slightly different, as I recall. Jaeger's a little more malty, a little less hoppy than a lot of the other ones. One thing I will say, I didn't put Beck's on the list because the last time I had a Beck's. Last couple times I had Beck's. Beck's sort of went the way of Budweiser and Coors, where they dumbed everything down, where a lot of these other German breweries we've just looked at have actually, sort of stayed true to the thing. So I don't want to knock anyone who drinks Beck's. But
are you saying that the American palate isn't as sophisticated as the European palate?
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, when you're making a product and you decide to get bigger or what have you, there's going to be prices to pay, but then you can do certain things to hold on to what you're doing.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So.
All right. So I believe that is the end of your beer list right there.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested, what we're going to do, we're going to post a PDF of this list on the Brothers Sisters page. So if you're interested, if you'd like to know more, if you are super interested in wanting to know more about this, just shoot us an email, smartdumbfun@gmail.com. We would happily answer more of your questions about delicious, crispy, light Pilsner beer. Duncan will be returning in future episodes so that he can talk about other types of beer because, after all, he is the Lancelot of Lambic. Okay, so
you told me you promised you wouldn't post that one. You said you weren't going to say,
man. I made no such promise that I remember.
I didn't hear any promises.
Yeah, I totally did.
Fish shake.
Hey, so folks, that pretty much wraps up our Monday. We are going to send out a huge thank you to Duncan Williams, head brewer at the Grizzly Peak Brewing Company, for talking about Pilsner. Again, it's a great summer beer, you guys. You have lots of really fantastic choices. If you'd like to step away from the normal stuff, then check out the list. Like I said, we're going to post a PDF of that on the Brothers Sisters webpage. So that is completely awesome. Hey, and just to let you know, we are coming back at you live tomorrow. We got 10 questions. You had some questions for us to answer, and I have some questions for each other. So we're going to come back and answer those questions tomorrow. And what time are we doing that?
I don't know. What time do you want to do it?
I don't know. We got kind of a thing going with the 5 Central, 6 Eastern. How do you feel about that?
I feel just fine about that. That gives me more time.
More time to do stuff. Duncan, do you have any questions, concerns, comments, or confessions about beer before we go?
No, I mean, on this thread, just I would say to everyone, the next time you go into a place, order a Pilsner. Don't order an IPA. You can order the IPA the next time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Right on. All right. Lisa just posted that the Binnies by her house got trashed last night. All I got to say is, Lisa, you be careful out there, young lady. We are thinking about you. All right. Stay safe. All right. Cool. Hey, folks, everybody, thank you for joining the Brothers Sisters Live today. Again, you can find us on the Facebook or the YouTube. Follow us, share us. Share us with your friends. Tell your friends to follow us. It'll be fun. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on this week. We are really focusing in on some cool, smart stuff this week, just so you know. All right? Smart stuff, fun stuff, dumb stuff. Again, you guys, thanks so much. Have a happy Monday and have a great week. Peace.
Thanks, everybody.
Prost.
Bye.